What up, y'all? So let's give this mid-range value warrior a try. Last version of this deck, I went 2-1, and I was leaning way heavier into control, so the games took forever. So I'm headed back, letting the pendulum swing the other way, and trying to just go for like, I don't know, mid-rangey something or other. Yeah, closer to mid-range than control for sure. So I took out the all-you-can-eat and I added quality assurance back in. I don't hate this. What else? I also added the blood fighters back in because I was noticing that Curator and quality assurance without the blood fighters was not as good. Because what ends up happening is if you don't have the blood fighters, you go quality assurance, and you've got some targets, obviously, but all you can eat doesn't get blood fighters. All you can eat pulls targets of Curator, and all you can eat sometimes just was a little bit more difficult to make work if most of your cards were replacing themselves or giving you some value. All you can eat is almost too much value. So. What do I do here? I think I'm going to take the 2 off of this. I could just pop it there, but I think holding this for a potential execute, like if they go, I guess I wouldn't do that on a Peddler or a Broodmaster. I don't know if they go coin into something bigger. Oh, wow. Okay, we're playing Fairy Dragon. This is interesting. So now I feel like this is justified. But yeah, I like this deck list. We're going to see if it's as good as I think it is. Yeah, and the only reason I went 2-1 last round of games was because it took like a half hour a game. And I really hate when games take that long. That's pretty unreasonable in my opinion. Yeah, hard to argue with Blob of Tar. But yeah, now I can go like for Curator, that will get a Dragon, Beast, and a Murloc. So that's all great and everything, but Plucky Paint Fin also gets a Blood Fighter. So Quality Assurance gets a Blood Fighter. So Curator gets you things that get you things, and I found without playing the Blood Fighters, the Curator package was a little bit worse. So we're gonna see if this is actually better or not, but let's see. So Plucky will draw Zilliax, Dracorex, or a Blood Fighter right now. No, not Zilliax, sorry. So just Blood Fighter or Dracorex. I've already got no Amelia. Dream Planner impacting their boards seems like the best call here.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
Vanish and... Ooh, Shadow of Madness could be good. Dang, if I have one more mana, I could just throw that at that and then kill this. That would be dope. Yeah, I wonder how good Fairy Dragon is in Dragon Warrior. Seems iffy. Hard to tell. So if I go here, they do have the... it'll be fine. I've got plenty of ways to answer threats. What else about this deck? Yeah, I think it's all pretty self-explanatory otherwise. I also took out the Shadow Flame Suffusions. I was playing both that and Precursory Strike, and I think it was contributing to draws where you either had to play cards because you needed to get stuff out of your hand, or you couldn't play cards because everything drew a card and you were already at 10 cards. So it was kind of an awkward spot. So I'm trying to balance that a little bit, which I think stuff like, the Blood Fighters kind of help that because, I mean, well, kind of. They stick around in your hand until you have like 2 or more of them. But just trying to put things in here that don't exactly replace themselves. So there's like a balance between the value and the power. So the value should get you the power, and the power should win the game in theory. Kind of the logic I'm going for. Alright, seems like they might just have given up. I think Dragon Warrior is good right now, but I'm not sure we have the most optimized version of it yet. And I think Imbue Rogue is just so ridiculous that it's hard to justify. It's hard to justify playing things that can't beat Imbue Rogue, so... I guess we'll do this.
No way. Think about it.
Yeah, this seems like one of those decks where it's just like you want to kill their stuff until about turn 7 or so, and then you're just like dropping bombs. Blood Fighters, Dracorex, Ziliax, Fireack. There you go. And there's not even that many cards that are high costed in this. I think the 7, like the things that cost 7 or more are, I think there's like 9 or 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 8. There's only 8. Oh no, 9 plus Ziliax. So, seems pretty reasonable. Seems still kind of mid-rangey. Little, I mean, kind of leaning towards control. But definitely mid-rangey. I mean, I definitely would like some better things in the early game, but it's just, there's not many things that I think I can justify playing that are powerful enough. I've got a little removal. I've got a couple minions in the 3 spot, so I think that's fine. I could do like Creature of Madness, but it feels wrong for this for some reason. I could keep double quality assurance. Ooh, baby. That's actually that's not bad. Because that could get me Traveler. That could get me Blawatar. Green Wing, so many things. I really like Ham in this deck. Terra Run copying Ham is actually way better than ever expected. Because there's so many decks that rely on specific cards. You can get rid of combo pieces, you can... I mean, it's just great value, too. You're just thinning their deck out. Wow, that's not a good draw. Darn, I was really hoping for a Traveler. But whatever. And at some point I do have to try the Warrior quest in this. I think that would be pretty good. Because most of these games do go a little past turn 10. I'm trying to figure out exactly how far past, depending on the build. Like I said earlier, in part 3 of this video series, I went 2-1 because it was literally a half hour plus a game. It was crazy. And going 2-1 like that is good, but look, those games were so epic, and it takes so much mental power to do that. So this will go down to 6, up to 8. Yeah, I think this is fine. Gets me probably a 4. Yeah, it seemed very likely to get me a 4-drop, so I have a play next turn, as well as a Traveler would be great here. So I can go like Green Wing into Curator into Nomelia or something like that. Find me in the dream. Next turn I'll actually probably go Traveler Hero Power, just to mitigate some of the damage they've dealt, I guess. Wow. Alright, they're just going the super aggro route, but that's fine. Nice, okay. Blob of Tar and poke this guy with the depths is not bad. I kind of like that a little better than Traveler here, I think. Gives me a little bit more protection. Because they are doing quite a bit of damage. I mean, I'm at 21. It's nothing to be worried about, but just something to be conscious of. Remember, your life is a resource. I think there are many players that are like, ooh, I'm taking too much damage, I can't take this damage. And you're like, well, your life is a resource in the game. If you go down to 1 and you still win the game, you still won the game. I've won many games at 1, 2, 3 life.
Stop and smell the flowers.
I could Precursory Strike that, but yeah, it comes Reborn with full health again. I don't know. I've got many options next turn. Only 1 Blood Fighter, though.
What now?
So Nomelia, Curator are likely the options next turn, but I don't love that, because Curator does get 3 minions, and that might be a little tight on hand space. Yeah, let's just armor up. I guess I could have Execute and Precursory Strike, but I don't know. Doesn't matter that much. Equip a 1/2 dagger, or they can give their weapon +2 attack. And this is just normal Reborn. So I think this is okay. This gives their weapon a lot more attack, which is annoying. It also gives them more corpses. Wow, Reborn doesn't work there. Yeah. Pretty annoying. So their weapon has 9 attack, and it will renew with another durability here, but I'll have Ziliax soon enough. Dracorex is available next turn. I think it'll be okay. Again, life is a resource. Demolition Renovator is something I've been considering playing in this. I think that might be decent value. Yeah, seems good. So I can Curator or Ham or something like that. Let's see. Dracorex clears their board, but I still take 9, so if they can find 3 more damage, I'm dead. So like if they have Hideous Husk, this gives them 1, so they just need 2 more damage. So there's Hideous Husk as well as like the 2 mana spell. What is it? Infused Breath, I think. Yeah, so Infused Breath or Hideous Husk just kills me. I could go like Ham, Precursory Strike, Armor. Ham is only going to be a 5/5. So I probably Precursory Strike this. I'm going to give that a try. I don't love it, but I think it gives me a little bit more health to work with, so I don't die to an Infused Breath. 9 mana. Do they have Ziliax? Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're fine here. Ziliax will follow up, and that'll be great. They do have Infused Breath. Alright, very glad I played around that. Alright, so they're going to get more corpses, so their weapon is going to be renewing again next turn if they play it. That's a good draw. That's very helpful. But Ziliax to the rescue. I can poke him with this and give him a little bit more. I think that's okay. I do have the Execute, so Sanguine Depth's Execute is a cool little interaction. So I gain 12, go to 15, or I can gain 14 and go to 17. I think this might be relevant, honestly. But if they play something bigger to follow up with, I do want to have something as a backup, so I think Execute's good here. Yeah, so we're going to do this, so this retains Divine Shield, and then I'll just smack this. That'll be fine. Ooh, that's rough. Seems pretty good, but at least Dracorex is coming. Did they not attack with... I think they forgot to attack with... oh no, they did attack with Ysera, just kidding. They did that. Yeah, that seems fine. I think I'm gonna... I could have hit this with it, but I think it's better to have extra health on Dracorex. And plus, if they want to trade here with the weapon, that's cool. It'll renew again. They have 5 corpses. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, wow. Okay. I think that means this dies at the end of the turn regardless, so at least it doesn't stick around as a 10-10. But I'm down to 3. It's not good. Wow. Alright, hard to be mad at it. That was a pretty good draw. I had kind of a slow start. Maybe the double quality assurance wasn't good, but it did draw me lots of stuff that I put in the way. I don't know. Death Knight's very good, so it is reasonable to lose to them sometimes. So 1-1 after 2 games. If you are also wondering about... Is this the guy? Oh, here we go. If you're also wondering about my my name... That's the whole thing behind my name right there. Double Precursory Strike. Not sure that's great. I think I'm just going to keep 1 and see what else I can get here. Hopefully a Traveler. You pretty much always want Traveler. Quality Assurance is good enough, I guess. But yeah, I used to be a part of a martial arts school, and I had a teacher who was like he was like a 4'0" Vietnamese guy, like very Mr. Miyagi. And he had no kidneys. He was on dialysis, and he was one of my favorite martial arts teachers. And basically, one day, like a couple months before I got my black belt, he had been training me for years. But a couple months before I got my black belt, he was gone. Just something finally got him. I think he had a cold or something like that. Because when you got no kidneys or your immune system is deficient and working extra hard to little things can get you. So I think he got a cold or something like that and just wasn't there the next day. So it was a bummer because he was a huge influence. And I used to do a lot of like gymnastic stuff. Like in martial arts, we call it tricking, where you're doing like flips and spinning maneuvers with kicks involved. And so I was known as the guy that did the crazy acrobatics. So yeah, I Fly for SJ is just his initials and me flying. Well, shoot. Alrighty then. So that means this one takes double damage, but it's got 7. Oh my god. Well, I guess Precursory Strike is fine. I mean, sure, they want it to die. Makes their Protoss minions cost 2-3 less now, which makes their... That makes their, what's it called? Let's do this. That makes their Void Rays free, which makes them bigger, which is annoying, but thankfully they only have Rush, they don't have Charge. Vanish and Polymorph are okay. There it is. Elise could be okay here.
I wonder.
I could polymorph this, but it might be better to wait until they do like resuscitate and do this on a reborn minion or a minion with reborn, so that way I get a little more value. Because I'm gonna have to fight through a lot. Protoss Priest is it's very what's the word? Insistent. They have lots of minions that are very efficient. Yeah, I think I'm okay with taking some damage here. If I take 8, that's fine. But very likely that they will kill Elise. Let's do that, and sure, good stuff. And Ziliax is pretty great to mitigate a lot of early damage. Interesting, alright. Well, I'm taking 5, 6 with this. And this will get Catch of the Day. Alright, so this doesn't seem bad. I can take out the Void Ray. But I get a copy of something, which I have nothing, so... I could just take 8 and play it. I got Ziliax in 2 turns. I could also bounce all their stuff. This guy can't attack, and when he comes back, he'll make a 2-1. So, well, they'll just attack with this and make another catch of the day. So, let's see how this goes. I'm still not super sure about Shaladrassil. I think it's kind of like a backup for some of the, like against Control Warrior or Control Priest. What else? Maybe even Imbue Rogue, because sometimes those games will go long. You know, when you're trading resources, or if for whatever reason I somehow end up with less cards in hand. Shaladrassil is great, especially if you play Ziliax or Fireack or something. The corrupted versions of these cards are just insane. Just actually insane. It's like, there's like a... It's like a 4-mana 14/12. There's like a 2-mana 6/10. Just, yeah, very good cards. Ooh, Dracorex. So I can Dracorex and do this, make a copy of Dracorex. That seems fantastic. I could also do the same thing with Nomelia. Yeah, I think I like that better with Nomelia. So far, feeling pretty good. I think this matchup is definitely winnable, just depends on a lot of factors. There's the Resuscitate. Alright, time for a Polymorph. I could also just Vanish. Alright, maybe not. Interesting. I'm surprised they didn't want to take the 1 damage or the 2 damage off of that and then give this guy a little bit more health. But whatever. Seems fair regardless. Ziliax is okay here. I'm actually at a higher life total than I anticipated. I figured I'd be lower by this turn, so... Dracorex isn't bad, but I don't know that that's necessary. I'm tempted to just, like, polymorph this guy or something. That seems bad, though. Maybe I'll hold it for Mothership or something. Yeah, you know what? I don't hate Ziliax here. I mean, no one hates Ziliax unless it's played against you. Only problem is they're about to hit turn 9 also, so if they have a Ziliax back, that would be pretty bad. I can Dracorex it back, which is okay, and I will get a copy off of Terror Run. Let's see, they have 8 cards in hand, so if I Vanish, they'll lose one of them. They'll burn a card on their turn. They have about half the cards almost, the 10 cards to my 17 in deck, so I actually don't hate Vanish here. That seems reasonable. Yeah, okay, that works out well. And that got rid of the catch of the day, naturally. And they burned Chrono Boost. Seems good. Ooh, another Resuscitate. Alright, so I was one turn too early for... one turn too early for that Vanish. But Dracorex with the Terror Run is going to be amazing here. Their Protoss minions are going to cost way less. Like, this will be 2... Oh my god, that'll be 5 less they'll cost, so everything will cost 10 less. But I think I can still fight through this. So let's do this. And this. And if they want to drop Mothership, Polymorph is at the ready, so we're good.
Stand with me.
Alright, that's annoying, but fair. I assume they'll kill one of the Dracorex and probably another guy, maybe hit me in the face. There's the Mothership. Oh, that's pretty good. That's actually very good. Another 6. Plus they can use their hero power. So 6, 7, 8. They're not using their hero power? Bro. You could have gotten me down to 1 life. And they're not attacking with their hero. Did they attack with their hero with something else? That's crazy. Okay, so Ziliax is helpful, but I do feel like I gotta polymorph this guy. So if I do polymorph that, I got 6 left. Maybe I can't swing it, actually. And they've got 2 Divine Shield minions, so if I Ziliax, I gain 12. Kill this guy, it reborns, they get 2 more minions, and then they can just kill it with that, and then swing for 16, so I'm still dead. Fire Rock could be okay. I could also do this, and okay, Quality Assurance could draw Blood Fighter, but it seems unlikely. Yeah, this is a pretty crappy situation.
Find me in the dream.
Yeah, I think I'm just dead. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Alright, 1 and 2. That was pretty good. They played very well. That Colossus at the end was rough. And the amount of times they got sentries to reactivate. Whew. Totally free. Mothership is rough. But yeah, that Colossus was well timed. Without the Colossus, I think I stand a chance there. Because that was a great board. I mean, that was 3 2-1s and 2 Dracorex.
Versus Sir Finley. To save the world.
Now you're sailing on my seas.
So I still have, jeez, I'm trying a lot of quality assurance to these games. I'm still having one of the same problems where I'm sitting here with like 9 or 10 cards in my hand, and I have to be a little more conscious of what I'm playing, which is a little annoying. I would like a little bit more play to the cards. So maybe I need some things that cost less. What did I say? 9, 3 more. So 12 of the 30 cards in the deck cost 6 or more. Acceleration, yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do on turn 3. They're gonna have 4 mana. They could maul. They could do quite a few things. Trying to think if it's worth coining something out like the Traveler, but I don't think there's nothing with charge. Yeah, I'll be fine. There's maul. Okay. Yeah, that seems okay. So I'll just Traveler on 3. Hopefully get like a Blobatar or something good like that. Ooh, another Traveler.
Stop and smell the flowers.
So Mechatork's Aura would be annoying here. Ooh, Cardboard Golem is also annoying. It's funny how Acceleration Aura makes Cardboard Golem so much better. Because now you have a way better reason to play Cardboard Golem. It wasn't very good before. Elise could be okay here. They only have 5 attack on board.
I wonder.
I could play Ham, but it's just gonna die. Yeah, let's just hope that they don't have something really aggressive coming. I was really hoping to get some 2-1s off of this. The armor seems okay. So I can make a copy, get some armor. Discovering a spell is pretty powerful, though. I have a feeling the armor is going to be relevant, but the spell is usually pretty relevant also. I'm going to take the armor. It might be the wrong call, but I just have this feeling it's... Yeah, my gut is telling me armor, but my logic is telling me discover. Those are the hardest moments I find in decision making. If your gut says one thing, your gut can be misled, but I tend to try to follow my gut when possible. Wow, okay. So that means they're going to get to Gelbin a lot faster, which I assume they already have because of the Maul. This is probably Ziliax, this is probably Gelbin, or it could be Gelbin and Marin the Manager, or there's a lot of different options. Let's see, so I could just Terra Run, make a 5/5 copy of Elise, gain some armor, I could kill that. The turn after I can coin out a Blood Fighter or something. Yeah, actually, I can do that one. Kill something. Yeah, this seems fine. Oh, you know what? No, we're actually just gonna... We're gonna chill on this. I'm gonna make another copy of the Blood Fighter, I think. Depending on what they do. I think this gives me more options. Tiger's Plushie's a good card. So next turn, they have Gelbin, so I have to be very conscious of that. So Dream Planner could be good, because they have a lot of low health minions, so if I get something like Lightning Strike or whatever, like, there are quite a few things that would work, but it is a risk. I could do this guy, make a copy, kill 2 minions, but then, you know, Gelbin will get Crusader Aura, so I'd probably kill these 2. They'd still have 4 minions. So that's 4 attack plus 8. So I would take 12. I would gain armor. So I'd be at 10 life, essentially. Plus Mechatork, plus Chronological. Ay, that's rough. I mean, I still think it's probably the best play. Yeah, it still sucks, but if they decide to kill my minions, then the Blood Fighter in my hand will come out and attack something, so that would be helpful, but I have a feeling they'll just go all face. So yeah, Crafter's Aura is annoying. Oh no, they did in fact go for that Blood Fighter. Yes, good value. So Chronological and Mechatork can end the turn. Yeah, that doesn't seem like the right call. I feel like they just go face with everything. That seems really bad. Wow, I'm very surprised by that. Let's start with Dream Planner, and then I can follow up with Blob of Tar. Impact their battlefield. Holy Nova's something, but not quite what I was hoping for.
With valor.
Yeah, their Divine Shield is annoying, considering Blobatar, but I think it's okay. Still at a relatively high life total. And Blizzard will be really helpful. Oof, that's annoying. Seems good. So I take 9, 12 damage here. Pretty rough. Alright, so Blizzard's going to be helpful. But I'm not sure I can justify anything else.
What now?
Trying to think, if I play a minion and copy it, I'll gain 6 armor. Something like this, I don't think is going to cut it though. Curator also I don't think is going to do it. Curator draws cards that I would burn. It does draw Dracorex, which is awesome, but I think I just have to freeze, because at the very least that makes it so that they don't... it means they don't get in one of the activations of their Crusader aura. And it does handle the Divine Shields. Yeah, these games are making me consider cutting Quality Assurance. Good God. Okay, Blobatar is a little helpful at least. So I have 9 cards. If I go Blobatar down to 8, Curator down to 7, I draw 3. So I'm going to burn a card next turn, but that gives me Dracorex for the following turn. I think I'm still dead, though.
What now?
Yeah, their Divine Shields are also really difficult to deal with here. I mean, I guess Holy Nova's fine.
I must choose.
Alright, so that's something. But yeah, very likely just dead here, I think. Not really much I can do. Yeah, double cardboard was pretty brutal. Is this one any player? Oh, that's after any player. I thought that was just them. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, that really hurts them. I'm very surprised they didn't just attack my Blob of Tar with that. That would have won them the game last turn. They have 1 turn left with all their auras. So they can only hit me once a turn. That's amazing. And that manifested time ways, I guess. I get the feeling they were trying to like stunt on me and it backfired. I guess let's see, 3, 8, 9, 10.
Stop and smell the flower.
And now we have Dracorex available with the Terror Run available. So that could clear the board. Assuming they don't find a way to deal 16 in one shot. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. I think me and him both misread the card. That's so funny. Yeah, in moments like this, you gotta make sure you don't go on tilt. Ooh, Ziliax is helpful also. So I can Ziliax make a copy, but I think... Oh, Dracorex doesn't even... The Taunt Blood Fighter. Yeah, I think this is the way to go, because Dracorex will not clear their whole board. They'll still have this guy. Okay, timeout. If I Dracorex... I think they'll have 2 minions left, these two. I will gain 6 armor, that'll be 11, 12, 13 here, so yeah, just taking 1 shot will be enough to kill me. I think I Ziliax. Yeah, I would like to get a Dracorex off of this, but I think Ziliax is very helpful here. So now at least I'm at a reasonable life total. They obviously have a bunch of big minions, but no more auras, and they can only hit me once a turn because of this guy. So I don't hate this. That worked out well. Got a little lucky. I literally already wrote down that I lost on my win-loss sheet that I used, so I gotta cross that out. Not yet. Ay, ay, ay.
Polite dinner.
God, 5 turns of Crusader Aura is nuts.
Reporting for duty.
Alright, up to 35, and we're frozen again. Nomelia could be okay.
What now?
Find me in the dream. Find me in the dream.
Yeah, this is just so crazy. Let's see, Dracorex with Sanguine Depths would deal 7 and clear most things, but like this is gonna get out of hand. Lots of stuff is really big. I think I need to just be gaining armor. If I can get to Ceaseless Expanse sometime soon, that could help too. Bob the Bartender would freeze, which would be helpful. It's possible I should have... I don't know. I kept wanting to Dracorex and make a copy because that would have cleared so many minions, but I don't think I can justify it. Dracorex Sanguine Depths will deal 7 damage to all the minions. So it kills 3 of the 6 of them. Let's see, Shaladrassil means return a minion to hand. 5 damage to all. Yeah, I think we just pray here. I don't know that there's a way out of this. 3, 6. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Yeah, I don't see any way that's going to protect us, because this guy's so big that just one shot is going to do it.
You really put the old heave-ho into it.
And if I kill this guy, then they can just attack with everything and kill me, so yeah, alright. So I did end up losing that one, unfortunately. But yeah, important to read cards. Your own cards and your opponent's cards. We both mistook that card. Yeah, I like this version of the deck a lot better than the last one. The last one, I think, had a better win rate, but I hate playing games that are like a half hour long. That's so crazy. Like 15, 20 minutes, sure, I get it. But when they're just a half hour every single time, that's too much for me. I don't got time to be sitting around here playing 3 games in an hour and a half.
Stay in the shadow.
The whole point of doing this like mid-range type of warrior was because I knew there were elements of like control warrior that that were good, but I mean, and there's obviously very few elements in here of control warrior, like Dracorex, Ziliax, Ceaseless Expanse. You know, there's a couple cards, but kind of the general idea of outvaluing your opponent is what I'm going for here, which is, I guess, the same. It's a similar thing to what Control Warrior's doing. They're trying to outvalue you just at a very slow pace with their quest. So, I'm thinking Shaladrassil is probably going to get cut. I wanted to just give it a try, see if it was a good little thing to have way later, but it just sits in your hand, and it's, yeah, it just takes up space when I could be playing something relevant. Hey, for all I know, it'll be relevant this game, though. If I wasn't playing so many value cards that replace themselves, it might be better, because then I'd have more space in the hand.
Stop and smell the flowers.
I'm still wondering about the quality assurance also. There's quite a few minions I draw off of quality assurance, which are good, but sometimes you can't even afford to 2-for-1. Okay then, sure.
The future is clear. Your demise be near.
Find me in the grave.
Yeah, for the most part, I don't care too much about them killing my minions. Obviously, you want to get the most value possible out of stuff, but like throwing out a minion here, like Greenwing, it gives me value later in the game, so I don't care too much about them killing it. Ooh, that's annoying.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
Frost Nova, Shadow Word Death. Solid. Now I get my own Ham the Hungry. That's pretty funny.
The roots lend their strength.
Okay, maybe no ham. Yeah, blob seems better here. So something I try to be careful of is playing cards for the sake of playing cards. In this deck, I feel like you do kind of have to play cards for the sake of playing cards, because they all create value in some way, and if your opponent is playing cards, then giving them stuff to interact with is not bad per se. Yeah, I'm mostly chilling here, but I'm gonna do this. Ooh, we got an illusion. That was good. Solid turn. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, ham is annoying, but I think Shadow or Death is probably fine against it. Just eating my minions. So rude.
One from many.
I remember this place well.
Sure. Very interesting choice to go with Anguro Jungle. In their position, I might have gone with Fire Plume, because you just gotta wait 2 turns. They're making a free card every turn anyway, so it's not like they don't have stuff to play. We're about equal in the amount of cards in our decks. Yeah, this is tripping. This is not correct. So that gives us another turn for ham to eat stuff.
From many.
Stop and smell the flowers.
Seems good. Oh, are they going to take 7 to the face right now? Whew. That's crazy. They're really reaching. I'm tempted to Fire Act this turn. See, I have 5, 8, 9, 10 damage there. Yeah, if I Fire Rock, then I get Shaladrassil corrupted maybe next turn or so. I kind of want to Bob Freeze them again, though. Yeah, I'm gonna run that.
Combatant center, and I take the crown.
One from many.
Okay.
This game is going very well. I'm a little surprised. Usually Imbue Rogue gives me a little bit more trouble than this. There it is. Wow, a 5-mana blood fighter. That's awesome. Shadow Step on Ziliax, pretty good. That, however, is not very good. Oh, 1-mana Ziliax. This is what I'm talking about. If they just waited and they got Fire Plume, I feel like they would have had so much better value. Alright, I think I got a Draker X here. This is gonna deal 3 damage to enemies. That's totally fine. And whenever they replay the Ziliax, that's when I'm gonna Ziliax back. Ooh. Alright, that's pretty good for them. So they get a legendary wild god, and it'll cost 1. So let's see what it is. Omen is good. So when it dies, 3 damage to all enemies. I'll probably just execute it. And then follow. I don't think yeah, there's no reason to Ziliax here. I'm very tempted to play Ysera in this deck and New Heights. Just get a little extra mana in there. I could Shaladrassil and deal 5 damage to all minions. That doesn't quite do it, though. Yeah, I don't want to play Ziliax just knowing they have a Ziliax, because that puts me in a much worse position if they play theirs, kill mine with the Divine Shield, and then they've got a Ziliax. They've got 2 Ziliax on board. This seems okay.
Rock number 802, welcome to the collection. My petal and sword. In the ring are sword defiant.
Okay. So yeah, Fire Axe seems more reasonable here. Really? Interesting. I can't help but feel like they're kind of making some loose plays over there. Curator gets Plucky, Illusion, or Illusory Greenwing. But Plucky gets Nomelia. I don't hate Fire Axe here. They've got 12 attack on board, so yeah, even if they just swing with a bunch, I don't think I die. Helpful. Nice. Okay, so now they know that I have explosive trap because it shows you the trap if you already have the trap in a situation like this. But this is fine. But this is only when they attack my hero, so it shouldn't be too relevant. If they Ziliax here, I'm very happy. I like it. I like it a lot. Wow. Ooh, that's pretty good. Good, okay. Sure. Good. Alright, that wasn't as bad as it could have been. I'm happy with that. I think I just Ziliax here, honestly.
I'm almost out of cards.
They have 1 card left, I have 4 cards left. But I've got Marin to shuffle some cards back into my deck, and Shaladrassil Corrupted gives me the Corrupted Dream with shuffles. I was just wondering about Nomelia. But Shaladrassil gives me the 0 cost thing that will shuffle a minion into its owner's deck. So that can give me an extra card if I want to shuffle my own thing back in. Could just do that with something irrelevant. Or I could do that with something relevant like Elise. Whew. Seems good. I do have to play Ceaseless Expanse sooner than later, though. So let's see. I played Fire Rock last turn. They played it their turn. So this is the second turn. So I believe next turn I lose these. So I'm just going to get it out there, just in case. I would hate to lose that value, so I'm just going to get it done. And it also opens up my hand for Shaladrassil. Quality Assurance draws nothing. I think I'm cutting Quality Assurance. There's enough draw in the deck. Need some different kind of value. Elise seems decent here. Yeah. Let's go Fire Plume, make some value. 10/10 copy, and a free spell.
I'm out of cards.
So in this situation, I think it's pretty reasonable to think that the the Imbue rogue player is not going to be able to come back. Because pretty soon they'll just be relying on their hero power, and between Shaladrassil and Marin the Manager and Fire Plume, I think I'll be able to fight my way through this pretty easily. I am a little light on threats. It's just Nomelia, Marin, Curator, Plucky. And there'll be some dragons off of Shaladrassil. Let's see, how many of these things cost mana? It'd be 0, 0, 2, 2, 4. So I can do... Shuffle, okay. I think this is pretty good value.
Find me in the dream.
Execute seems like it could be helpful here. I think that's a good pick. And sure. Of course it gives them illusions here, but
Almost out of cards.
either way they're gonna run out of cards. So this just makes it so those guys will die off the 5 damage from Shaladrassil. Okay. So I got 4 illusions in my deck now, that's good. 2/3 of my deck is illusions. Yeah, this is annoying, but it's manageable. Oh no, I think actually, Nomelia was the play. I should have pluckied and got Nomelia. That would have been better. I guess that would have kept me at a pretty low life total though. Either way, this isn't a great spot in general, but we've got a lot more cards.
A recurring dream. A recurring dream.
Yeah, not getting Nomelia there might end up costing me the game.
I remember this place well.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. So if they have a Fire Plume next turn, that's not good. But if they Terror Run this turn, it's a little better for me. I assume they got Fire Plume. There's no way they don't here. Because if they can get some armor or they get free spells, pretty much whatever they do off of it is going to be really good. Yeah, I would have loved to be able to keep the Ceaseless Expanse. Drawing that off the fire spell from Fire Act was pretty annoying.
Too soon.
I'm almost out of cards.
Alright, so I get a 10/10 and a free spell.
A recurring dream.
Oh, you know what I do? Amazing. Making my opponent's cards cost 1 more next turn will make it so they can't play Fire Plume. What does this do again? Damage. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This guy's pretty annoying. Definitely gonna want the armor. Yeah, I guess we do this. That's fine. hit this. This is a super crazy game. Ooh, that's great. That might actually cost them the game here. No, they could. No, they got me. If they see it, they got me. Oh, they don't see it. Oh my god. Oh my god. They literally had me. If they would have gone weapon to the... Or were they at 4? No. I guess they couldn't. Wow. Alright, that works. And, wow, what timing. Finally got my golden warrior hero. I've neglected warrior as a hero for a long time. So pretty dope to finally get that. Alright, well that's all I got time for today, guys. 5 games, 2 and 3 at the end of it. Ooh, look at that. Gold stuff. So yeah, I really like this deck list. I think it's time I cut quality assurance. Yeah, it's definitely time I cut quality assurance. It seems fine, but, you know, in a deck that would be, you know, built differently with some of these elements, but I think in this one, it kind of gets in the way. I'm sure there's times where it's relevant, but, because I do like the aspect, the whole reason I put it back in was I do like that it gets Curator, and it gets one of the Blood Fighters, as well as, like, getting Ziliax is fantastic, but I've got so many things that draw already. So Tortolan Traveler can get Ziliax, and also gets Curator, which gets Plucky, which can get Ziliax. So I think being able to get to Ziliax in the first place is important. But I also, yeah, Precursory Strike draws minions. Yeah, I like this list a lot. I still need to do some like fine tuning of it to really figure out where the sweet spot is. So I'm gonna see what I can do without the quality assurance. I'm gonna figure out a couple more cards to get in there. Like I was thinking about Demolition Renovator. Definitely thinking about doing the Warrior quest. Yeah, so there's some options. But definitely check out the other videos on the channel. And if you want to see how I got here, check out the other 3 parts of this video series. This is part 4, and I'm definitely going to continue it for as long as possible because there's very good elements here. For all I know, I end up at just like a control warrior shell instead of a mid-range. And this is leaning a little bit heavier with a lot of stuff that costs 6 or more. So it's possible I focus on the early game for now. Really tough to tell. But that's all I got. Don't forget to smash the like button. No, forgive me. I'm just going to keep doing that because I find it hilarious when people do that. But when you like, comment, and subscribe, it makes a huge difference to the channel. So those of you guys that are already following, big thank you. Cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. And if you already follow, commenting makes a huge difference. So I love hearing you guys' thoughts, but it also tells the almighty YouTube algorithm gods that people are enjoying the content, and it puts my videos in front of other people, which is very helpful and very appreciated. So until next time, guys, peace and love.